for coming. My name is Deborah Corcoran, and this morning we were going to talk about cell phones and why children should not have them. If we could take a moment to introduce ourselves, please.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Gerard.
Joanne.
Carolyn.
Carol.
And Doug.
Thank you, everyone. So as technology becomes more advanced, technology pieces are getting smaller. We have smartphones, we have tablets that's available to us right away, and we have information at the blink of an eye. Let's go over some statistics. So a recent research study by Verizon stated that an average child of 11-and-a-half-year-old is getting a cell phone from their parents. This is most likely a smartphone that's fully capable of internet access. Those same children that are getting the phone at 11-and-a-half, 95% of their parents are not putting any restrictions on the phone whatsoever. They have free reign to do whatever they would like with the phone. Internet, text, videos, Snapchat, Instagram, all of those features. Babysitting.com has provided a few different reasons why children should not have cell phones. I do agree with these reasons, and hopefully by the end of this conversation you will as well. Cyberbullying can lead to suicide. We've seen it in the news. Several children are getting bullied on the internet by their peers. They can't take it, and unfortunately they do commit suicide. Mainly on the social networking sites, Instagram, Facebook, things of that nature. Children are more susceptible to seeing sexually explicit material. As we mentioned, they could accidentally Google something and it comes up as something else, and then your children are viewing that. A third, and not the most important to me, but it's also a factor, is the cost. The cost of a cell phone. It can be quite expensive. Looking on Target.com, about $160 minimum to purchase the phone. Then you have to purchase the plan as well. Verizon, those prices were higher on their website. Children using technology, lack of sleep. They don't want to go to sleep. They get woke up in the middle of the night, possibly by a friend. Most likely teenagers will have this. According to the National Sleep Foundation, they did a study and found out 1 in 5 teenagers between the ages of 13 and 18 have been woken up by a call or text message in the middle of the night. This lack of sleep is causing problems with their grades, their functionality in school. The most important to me is the susceptibility that the children have to radiation. We have these 9, 10, 11-year-olds that have a smaller frame. They've got the cell phone attached to their ear, to their body, and they are being radiated by the emissions from the cell phone. That information was accessible at ismooth.com. So now that we've gone over some statistics surrounding cell phone usage in minors, I would like to discuss why I feel these points are reason enough to keep our children away from cell phones as long as possible. It takes their innocence away. They're like little adults with these cell phones. They've got their calendars full, text messages, have to do this and that at a certain time. They have access to too much information. Along with that, their parents are not putting those restrictions on. Children are really never too far away from a phone to where it's not justifiable to hand them a full functioning phone. Other parents are around, at sporting events. You can call and say it's time to pick me up, or the schools, because most time children are going from home to school, school to home, and otherwise they're with their parents. Lastly, the cell phones are useful for adults, but they truly can inhibit the growth socially as well as psychologically with children. According to the Huffington Post, cell phones are making our children grow up too fast. Too much responsibility for them at that age. As we mentioned before, it's an unnecessary cost. Like I have a budget. I have 2 small children in those age groups, and I'm not getting them a cell phone for these reasons, as well as the cost. Really, they should be getting a cell phone at the age where they can afford to take care of it on their own and understand the responsibility. The family plan that I saw on Verizon.com, it's $160 for 4 lines. That's a month. It may not seem like a lot, but that includes data usage. You have a limit of data that you can use. And those children oftentimes go beyond that. You get a 200 plus bill each month. So we've gone over the dangers of children having cell phones, as well as the unnecessary costs and inhibiting the children's social development. I hope that you agree after this message that we should allow our children just to be children and keep mature devices from them until they're able to handle them financially, emotionally, and intellectually. I thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.